Okay, we're gonna try something. I'm going to record a quick little tutorial and a peruse of the app. So I'm on my phone, I'm in Zoom, and I'm creating this recording. I'm gonna put it up in YouTube, and I'm hoping that all of you guys will go back to it from time to time so that you're exhausting how you can use this coaching tool. Not a Facebook group, not a social networking, but this tool as a gift, as long as you're in the readiness to change and as long as you are choosing to engage to use it. It's whether or not you're going to prioritize. So we're at the early stages of this app. Early stages. I'm taking so much feedback, and the tool is going to evolve. You guys have heard me say it repeatedly. It is a learning curve, and what you're used to having is not there anymore. So there's this grieving process. But if you continue to see the value and use this tool off of social media, this is your tool to you and your direct line to me. I created the tool, $42,000, to directly have one-on-one Monday morning check-ins with you, to create videos for you, to give you motivation, to give you an opportunity to post and get an answer from me, right? I've given you the recipes and they continue to grow, 2 per month minimally. We are going to have 8-week challenges. So there's going to be incentives, reinforcement, the ability to compete. Healthy competition is very motivating for some. The ability to use that little bit of healthy comparison that sometimes moves the needle. That's in the 8-week challenges. There'll be lots of giveaways, cash prizes, and again, a reason, a why, a focus, a distraction. And it will only cost you the registration for a gold or platinum membership. That's it. So many of you are on this tool because you were grandfathered in. There's 150 people that haven't even accessed their grandfathered in. It is only scratching the surface. You can create behavior prompts. We will be adding the ability to have push notifications for commenting, for liking comments, for, okay, somebody made and had it answered me or somebody made a comment. Those will all get pushed out to you. Will you have a long list of notifications like Facebook? No, but your phone will go off and those notifications will show up on your phone. Okay. So there's that. I'm going to share the app and my screen. So you can see my Prepping for Life app. I'm going to open it for you. It has face recognition. All of yours should. Okay. And when you get to the app, you're going to notice that at the top, there is a home screen. That's where we are right now. You can search. There's a search feature, helpful tips, recipes, community wins. You can search Kelly Killen. You can search somebody else's post. You can search keywords, try it, get the algorithm, figure out what it is, but it is there for you. Okay. You can set behavioral prompts. So check the KKW Prepping for Life app. That's mine. Then I did a test. Okay. You can have as many prompts as you want, and your phone is going to notify you. Just like if you were to add it to your calendar, this is a way for you to check and search. You search your prompts. We don't have a library or a repository. That was one thing. So I'm going to add one. Videos 3 times a week. And that might be for you because you don't go back and watch my videos, and you should be watching my videos at 2 speed or 1.5 speed. Okay. So we'll make this today at 12:12. Okay. We'll make it repeat. We'll make it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. We'll take off Thursday, Monday, take off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. Save behavioral prompt. There it is. Check videos. Do you see that? So you guys can search yours if you want to change them. You're not searching a library, and you can add them and you can subtract them. So like I can delete my test, right? Don't need that anymore. Okay. So moving on, that little clock is behavior prompts. So then you have this long list. Okay. And this long list is educational documents. Now, many of you guys who are part of the CRM as a client, I'm not listed as a client in the CRM. So I'm not seeing educational and personal, but you guys will see educational or personal. For me, when I click educational, I can go down to brochure, children and youth nutrition, general, HRT and peptide information, macro-based cookbooks, self-management tools, workouts. Will this list continue to grow? Absolutely. Okay. Or you can search. You remember something, you can kind of think about the keyword and you can search. Maybe you don't remember anything, but you want to see if there's something in there about, vegetarian or something like that. So I have a good list in here and it grows every single month. Okay. And I would keep up with this by checking on it. I'm always adding monthly. Remember the value that you're paying and what you think you should be receiving. Okay. And how you can stretch out the investment that you're making for the value. Okay. So moving on, communities. I am added to this 8-week community. This is a brand new space where you will be able to, the posts will be added in here and perhaps some documents and videos that you wouldn't normally see. Okay. So only the people that choose to participate in the 8-week challenge community and who are gold and platinum members will be added to this, and you will be available, or you will be eligible for competing and everything that we will have in these 8-week challenges. That landing page to register will open up on July 1st. and it will go for 8 weeks of registration, and we'll begin the 8-week challenge on this app September 1. And what you need to understand is that if you're grandfathered, all you have to do is join the app at Gold or Platinum, and you're grandfathered $79 a month or $7.99 a month. It'll just be deleted. We'll just cancel it. Okay. So moving on, we've gone over communities, behavioral prompts. Let's look at the top. So before I go down the list, let's look at the top. We went to home. This takes you back to home. Okay. Then you're going to go to the educational documents. I showed you that. Then you're going to go to, you're going to go to videos. So this is where you can search videos, or you can go down all children's nutrition, general product reviews, or what's going on. Okay. So I do a video and I load it up to YouTube, and I put it in YouTube under like non-published or unlisted is what I call it. So you're not going to see it on the public, but only the app members will see these videos. Okay. So I encourage you to check these out. Some of them are time-stamped, but some of them are just great to go back to. You can, again, use the search feature for a keyword. Okay. Or you can drop down to the columns. Okay. There you go. Then you've got the knife and the fork. These are recipes. Again, they go by breakfast ideas, carbohydrate sides, chicken and turkey, clean pairing, family style. There's 600 plus. When you open them, you will see that they're all, first of all, they've been tested in our Coach Kitchen. They've been prepared. They're proprietary only to KKW. They've been created and prepared, one of a kind, by a KKW coach over the last 11 years. And I've contracted all of these coaches with the correct certifications and degrees to do this. The directions are here, the ingredients, the calories, and the macros. And many of these are listed in MyFitnessPal under KKW. Okay. So I want you to see, I keep going back into it, that you can search all of these recipes. Okay. All right. So you can keep going again at the top, just like any of our categories. You can search, or you can search by an ingredient. You can search by a keyword, or you can just scroll until something looks okay. And we make a featured announcement back over here on our homepage. We feature it. There are features. And if Joanna drops a recipe, it will be in the featured section for a while. What I have featured is, what are we doing with our restructuring? Joanna does a this for that. Like, instead of this, try this and reduce your macros, clean up the ingredients, feel better, eat less calories, etc. Okay. Again, the other thing that's featured is our June contest. I still have a contest of the month, and I still recognize members, and you can still like with all of these icons. All right. And you can still comment. Okay. You guys can do that on any post. You all can create your own posts. Okay. I'm the only one that's able to report it, delete it, or mark it featured. You guys don't see that. Okay. Moving on. Settings. Settings allow you to turn on the quick Face ID, the biometrics, and then enable notifications. If you don't want notifications from the app, just simply toggle this in settings. Okay. You can change your picture. If you have not added a profile picture, please do that. You can also add a banner. All right. Maybe it's something motivating. Maybe you make something in AI and you want to add the banner. Okay. And then your profile settings will be here based on what you've put into the CRM. Okay. So there's that. Okay. You can log out here. Okay. That will allow you to log out or log in. Okay. I turned it back on. I've gone back in there. So we've gone over communities, home. We've gone over documents. We've gone over videos. We've gone over recipes. We've gone over when and if you're going to be added to communities. We're not just going to have an 8-week community. We're going to start small group communities. I've told you guys that we're going to do that. I told you guys a little bit more about the posts and how I want to enhance it being a little bit more Facebook-like, and for you guys to get a little bit more notifications when people like, comment on your comments, comment on your posts, etc. Okay. So of course, services. These are the services that we have at KKW. And we just want you to be aware of what they are. So currently we have our conference. We have elite and intensive coaching. We are a high ticket coaching company now. It is what it is. It's because we're at a point now with 15 years in the industry and the amount of experience. And I have mentored and trained and coached 45 coaches who now have their own businesses. They're basically doing what I've done. And I successfully launched those coaches. So we're at a point where that's what we're offering because of the tenure that we have. Single service bundles as well. So you can choose 3 or 6 months. If you're at a certain level of independence, we won't recommend those if you're not progressing in them. And we will recommend elite and intensive coaching. The Prepping for Life app, of course, starts at $12.99. You can do $3.99 annually. Platinum is where it's at as far as I'm concerned. You can download or purchase KKW ebooks. Obviously, there's a menu of all of our services. You can get a free consultation. We do have a children's nutrition course that's asynchronous. It is amazing. My book, and that's it. Okay, if you can go back here, go back down, and then there's the meal plans. So I have 20 allocated and I've used 1. Just remember, when you create a plan, okay, I'm going to put my information in here. When you create a plan, every time you do create it, it will be a little different. Okay. And then you need to save it. So allergies or restrictions or foods that you want to avoid, some dietary tags. I'm leaving all of this empty. This is going to craft my plan. It takes about a minute. This is OpenAI, and they've created the ChatGPT 5 for our company. It does not include our recipes. We've been asked that, but it does create a new refreshing plan for you every time. You can add like foods to avoid. I may eventually add foods to add. Okay, like these are my favorites. Please add these. Okay, so we will have the ability to grow into that feature. You can see it's crafting my plan. It's curating meals for the week, building a smarter shopping list. It's adding prep steps to save me time. It's balancing my macros, and it's curating. Okay, here it is. So I want you to know that my calories are 1,800. My macros are right there. My percentages are there. Okay. This is the day of the week. Select the day. So it gives you a 7-day week menu. It gives you the shopping list, the prepping summary, the safety notes. Do you see save meal plan here? Do that now. Just save it because you can always go back and look at it. All right. So again, here's breakfast. And this is just breakfast for Monday. Okay. Snack 1. This is my snack. Lunch. My snack 2. Dinner. Okay. It's got my shopping list here, my prep summary, and all the things. Okay. So then the macro calculator is simply going to take you to the macro calculator. If you just want to use MyFitnessPal, you take some ideas from the, meal planner that is in our app, and then you kind of run from some of your previous custom plans, because do know that in the documents section, when you go to personal documents, all of your plans that were uploaded that you've purchased over the years with KKW, they're in this app. Okay. So there is that. So going back to the macro calculator, you can use this and you can start logging. If you don't even know what macro should I be at, that's where you're going to know. Okay. You can always make a post and ask me. You can always become a gold or platinum member and start your weekly check-ins with me. Okay. So the Monday morning check-ins, if you are a gold or a platinum member and you want a check-in, this is what you fill in. I do reach out to many of you. Okay. And I ask you, like, are you accessing the check-ins? Do you want them? And I set them. But so many of you guys, if you're not getting them or you see this and you've just enrolled, go ahead and request the check-in. Okay. Here are a list of free resources right on our website. You can take a look at them, see if any of them might resonate based on a need that you have currently. Okay. Instagram, obviously it's going to take you to our Instagram. Okay. And you can see where it's brought you there. About KKW, it's taking you to our Instagram. So about KKW, this tells you our mission statement here. Okay. And our disclaimers, our privacy policy, all the things. And then lastly, it will give you our privacy policy. This is very important, that we have this on our app. It's required. So in case you want to do some reading to put yourself to sleep, that's there. And then the terms and conditions, which have to be in here as well. The terms and conditions, I believe, are at the bottom. Okay. And then this is where you get to report issues. It's all the way at the bottom, but you can give your name, the issue that you're having, submit it. It goes right into our client management system, and it goes right to our software engineers. Okay. So that is that. Okay. So hopefully that has recorded everything. And you've seen my screen. You've seen everything that we have going on with the app. We are going to continue to add. We're going to continue to add communities. We're going to keep it. We're listening to the feedback. I made a huge investment, and I want to see this app evolve with the restructuring of KKW. Our focus is on AI. Our focus is on increasing independence with our clients. Our focus is on not enabling you with custom plans and custom workouts anymore, because the coaching space is evolving. It's to give you the tools and then the community and the accountability to ask about it. The check-ins are accountability. The posts and the information are for you to use and then run with. Okay. I believe that everyone deserves this. Some of you are not at that level yet. You need a little bit more intensive, and that's why we have our high ticket coaching. But otherwise, I hope that this was extremely, extremely helpful.